Hello everyone, welcome to GSS Core. This is Ajay Shah. So today in the series of pathways, we have one of the rankers of UPSC 2019, that is Mr. Krishna Meena, who has secured All India rank 661 in UPSC, and he has qualified UPSC in his sixth attempt. And Krishna will now share with us his all success journey, what are the failures and how he learned from the failures. So Krishna, welcome to the platform of GSS Core and many congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I'm pleased to be here.
Okay, so Krishna, you have qualified UPSC in sixth attempt, and that's a long struggle. But अंत में जो जीता वही सिकंदर, and finally आप जीत गए हैं और बहुत ही अच्छा लगा सुन करके. कृष्णा, आपकी जर्नी बताइए हमें. What was your source of motivation, your educational background, and what was your learning period in this attempts of six in this?
Yes, sir. Sir, basically I come from Jaipur, Rajasthan. Okay. And I've done most of my schooling as well as college from Jaipur. Sir, since 2016, I'm working as inspector with the GST department. So I was preparing while I was working. And sir, recently I've now resigned. But sir, most of my preparation was along with the job. So that is there. Sir, I've, as you told that, I've cleared this exam in 6 attempts. My optional was political science and international relations, and in fact my optional was one of my weakest areas, wherein I had to improve gradually to ultimately clear this exam.
Okay. So Krishna, directly from GST inspector, now you become probably GST commissioner, or going to become GST commissioner. Fine. So it's good to hear. So Krishna, one thing is that, can you just explain us what was your stage in all of this six stage? That means you reached up to mains, you reached up to interview, or you failed interviews. What was the stage in all of the attempts?
Sir, I have been clearing prelims from my first attempt. I failed in the main stage in my first attempt. Second attempt, same. I could not clear the mains. Sir, third attempt, again, I could not clear the mains. Fourth attempt, I failed to qualify the prelims itself. But so that sort of gave me a lot of time to work on the areas wherein I had been failing to do this for the past many years. So I worked there. In 2018, I was finally able to clear the main stage, but I failed in the interview stage. I could not clear it. And finally, in 2019, I cleared the interview, sir.
Okay. So Krishna, what was your source of motivation for such consistency? Fine, you are so consistent in your examination, and despite of the fact that you are having a very good job, so what was your source of motivation to prepare for UPSC for so long?
Sir, one is that my father has been the biggest source of motivation. Sir, he has always helped me, and all credit goes to him. My father, my family, my sisters, my friends even. Sir, I made sure that I surrounded myself with people who were always positive and who believed in me. So that was there. Sir, also I used to watch TED Talks. I used to watch motivational movies. So just surrounding myself with positive things, positive ideas, positive people. And sir, at the end of the day, it has to be the self-motivation. It has to be the self-belief, which somehow I never allowed to waver. So that was there. But then there comes times when you really feel alone and you really feel you start doubting yourself. So I feel that it is at that time that having positive people around really helps. I did fail a lot of times, but I never doubted my capabilities. I always knew that I'll clear this exam eventually. So.
Okay. So self-motivation and a very positive mindset is the key to success in this examination.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, Krishna, tell me one thing. You have prepared along with the job, and that job is quite hectic in some sense. So, yes. How did you manage your job along with this UPSC preparation?
Sir, honestly, it was really tough in the beginning. In fact, I joined in 2016 and I failed the prelims in 2017 for the first time. So it was a real challenge. But sir, I had to make sure that I use every bit of time that I had. So canceling all the weekend plans, I made sure that I don't spoil my weekends. If I had any sort of work or any engagements, I would prefer doing it in the weekdays so that I have the weekends all to myself. Then sir, having a schedule that allows me to study at least for 4-5 hours per day. Sir, after coming from office, generally a person is tired. So I made sure that I wake up early in the morning and I study at that time. So there's no thakaan nahi hoti hai, and mind is fresh. So I was able to do that. and that really helped me, sir. So properly using the weekends and then making a routine is very important, especially if you're working. And if one can study in the morning, I feel that it helped me a lot, rather than preferring to choose in the evening. That wouldn't have worked for me, sir.
Okay, okay. So Krishna, UPSC is a very uncertain examination. There is no certainty in the examination. So many people, they have a dilemma that they feel that they should first secure some kind of job from SSC, banking and all, and then they should go for this UPSC. So do you feel that having a very decent job, like you are in a very decent job, such kind of things gives you confidence to prepare for this examination for consistent manner?
Sir, I believe it does. It does, especially in those weak moments of yours. If you have a backup job, it really helps. You gain more exposure. Sir, in interview also it helps. So I feel that, sir, although it depends person to person, but for me, I always wanted to have a job and then prepare. So that's why sir, in fact, I cleared the SSC exam in 2014. The joining was in 2016. So I made sure that I had this job, and it really, sir, yes, there were challenges along with that, but I, especially that motivation part, sir, because I had a job, so I felt safe and I felt confident that I should appear for more attempts. So I feel it helped me, sir.
Okay, so before UPSC, you were prepared that you went with a strong career backup plan to get a kind of confidence.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Krishna, you are already in a job. So what do you feel that being in any of job which is not from UPSC and a job in UPSC, what's so fascinating about UPSC that has inspired you for this job?
Sir, as I was working as inspector in CGST department, and there were newly recruited IRS officers. So, sir, it was basically just a matter of how much more they are able to contribute to it. So the decision making, in fact, sir, all my seniors were very helpful, and they always gave me confidence. They always believed in me, and in fact, they wanted me to pursue this dream because they saw some potential or something. But it is, in fact, looking at them. Sir, my father was in the retired RAS service. My father is a retired RAS, so that also gave me a lot of perspective about the job. And it is because of this that I felt that I should try and get a get through this exam. So that is there, sir.
Okay, okay. Krishna, can you just list out some of the mistakes, some of the major mistakes which aspirant do in this examination?
Sir, personally, I can list out what I was doing wrong all these years, and if you know if it helps in any way. Sir, one thing is that I had a sort of a generic approach towards political science, towards the optional as well as GS. Sir, it took me a while to realize that the optional questions, the answers in optional, the answers in GS, and the answer in ethics are quite different, and they have to be approached very differently. That is one part, sir. Secondly, sir, although I was always very close to the cutoff whenever I failed, but then, sir, I failed in balancing my preparation. Sometimes I would get good score in one paper and bad in another one. So to balance that paper, that becomes very important, sir. And sir, lastly, for especially for aspirants who are kind of senior and have been preparing for 3 4 years, sir, adapting to this exam and keeping your notes consolidated, that is very important. Sir, I feel that the kind of paper that was there in 2014-15 and the kind of paper that is coming these days is very different. So, keeping on learning and taking cue from the question paper, especially for prelims, sir, that is very important. And sir, consolidating our notes, because sir, when I did my coaching in 2014, those notes, if I had not consolidated them, if I had not updated them, they would have been almost useless at this time. So I did that, and I think this helped, sir. Also, sir, I initially I wasn't good at my optional, so I really worked hard. Sir, my mark sheet was the key. After every attempt, I would wait. After failing, I would wait for my mark sheet, and whichever weak areas I found that this is where I have the scope. So I used to focus tremendously on those areas. So eventually, sir, I improved on a lot of areas, and finally, I was able to clear the exam.
Okay, okay. So Krishna, whenever you after your mark sheet, whenever you got your mark sheet, so what was your style? Did you change the source itself, or you changed the strategy and style of studying?
So to answer this question, I would talk about differently. Sir, मैं pre के लिए अलग से बात करना चाहता हूँ. Sir, prelims paper specifically when I failed in 2017, I made sure that I took that paper, I checked each and every question, whichever went wrong, and then I would check whether this was not there in my sources, or was I the one who neglected those areas. So it was a very detailed analysis that I did, whether my sources are lacking something, or if it is there in the source and I am the one who is, my approach is not right towards the subject. And based on that, I took decisions.
Okay, okay.
Sir, about mains, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I forgot this initially where we started this question.
Means I asked you a question that what was your style? Did you change your source or did you change your style in the
Yes, yes,
strategy?
yes, yes. Sir, for the mains part, for the most part, the strategy was almost same. I didn't had to change much. For optional, yes, I made a lot of changes, but for the GS part, the sources were almost same, and I did not have to make much changes to the strategy as well. But optional, yes, I changed a lot there, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. So optional is the key to success, and optional play a vital role in the examination, right?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay, okay. Now, Krishna, tell me one thing that what were your sources, particularly the books, because you have consistently qualified prelims examination. So, particularly for prelims, because people are having prelims also on 4th of October, and
Yes,
UPSC
sir.
has published the admit card also today. So, how
Yes,
to
sir.
prepare for UPSC prelims examination?
Sir, the biggest key is that, sir, I have qualified prelims 5 times, and people sometimes, some friends suggested that, you've qualified it, so you can take it lightly. But that is the biggest mistake. That is the biggest trap, sir. Every time I worked equally hard, I've devoted 3, 4, 5 months, so depending on, my level of preparation. So not taking it lightly, sir, it is very, very important. Sir, prelims is very dicey, and especially the paper these days is very tricky. So the most important tip would be, sir, that not to take it lightly and prepare thoroughly for prelims. Sir, test series, they are very, very important, and sir, multiple revisions. So if one can prepare, like, sir, the syllabus, if one is able to finish the syllabus like 1 month in advance or 1.5 months in advance, and this whole time can be used for test series, it can be used for revision. That gives that final edge of 20, 25 marks, which helps you clear the paper. I feel, sir, I feel so.
Okay. So, Krishna, in the last 6 to 7 years, did you take any long gap? As we have seen usually that students, they used to take a long gap, 3 months, 4 months, sometimes 1 year, 2 year. So, was there any gap in your preparation?
No, sir, I gave continuous attempts from 14 to 19,
Okay, it was continuous. Fine.
2014 to 2019. Yes.
Fine. Okay. So, Krishna, since you are a working professional and whenever we study for UPSC, we have three things in target. First is prelims, then we have GS mains, and then we have options. So, what was your style of studying? How did you go for the preparation? Was it integrated or was it segregated preparation? What was your style of preparation?
Sir, for the most part of the year, I would study in an integrated manner. Any topic which I'm trying to cover, I would read it holistically from prelims as well as mains perspective. It was only like around 3 months before the prelims, and when I would specifically focus on the prelims parts, and between prelims and mains, when I would focus only on the mains part. But then for the rest of the year, I would, sir, when I would read a new topic, I would try and read it holistically, sir.
Okay, okay. Krishna, what was your style? We have seen that whenever a student they appear for subsequent attempt, what they do not go for much reading, but they just go on solving papers, MCQs, and all to get in to be in the touch with the paper. So, what was your personal style in this?
Sir, honestly, I focused every time on the basics. Yes, test papers are important, but for me, sir, they were only at the stage when I've completed my basic books, and there's a level of preparation that I'm done with. Only after that, I would pick up test papers or revision. So I feel, sir, books are important. The basic material is there. The basic notes have to be read thoroughly every time, sir. That is what I did, sir.
Okay. Do you feel that you completed the entire syllabus of GS and optional everything before the exam?
Sir, I don't think so. It's such a
Okay.
large syllabus. I've never been able to fully complete the syllabus, but yes, for the most part.
So, how to draw the boundary that now this is sufficient, now I cannot read apart from this?
Sir, I feel that there's no boundary as such. It depends on one's own. Like, sir, I have to know that this much I can do, and if there's a question on this, I can. Sir, for example, social wala part in paper one. So for that, I was like, if I'm unable to, if I don't have time, So I'll do that. I'll not do that specifically. I didn't read Rama Ahuja or any other book. I would just do this on the basis of newspaper reading. So first is that these vital, important questions that need facts and figures and concrete data, like paper one, GS paper one. So there I just cannot afford to skip any of the part. But sir, so in fact, skipping is not an option. But then when it comes to some generic topics, there we can do some here and there from the newspaper if you're an avid reader of newspaper. But otherwise, for the most part, something or the other has to be read. So the only key is that we can reduce the number of sources we are reading from. So that may be one of the very important tips, that sources, if we have limited sources, we can only cover those sources and not the entire syllabus.
Okay, fine, fine. So limited sources and multiple revision, that is the key to success. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So Krishna, now tell me something about your optional. What's your observation on this political science? Did you find this optional easy, tough, complicated, or something which which must have given you the hedonism, pleasure of Bantam? What's your observation on this?
Sir, political science has been an optional which has been continuously giving good results. But unfortunately for me, it was a choice based on interest. And unfortunately for me, it did not work out in the beginning. I got as low as 170, not in one paper, but in both the papers combined. And then I had to work gradually. I got 230, then 250, and so on and so forth. So political science was not very easy for me. I messed up in the very beginning. When I did my coaching, I could not attend a lot of classes and all. So in the initial phase, I messed up, and because of that, I had to struggle a lot. But eventually, sir, it worked out. Eventually, I worked on it. So yes, now that I've been able to clear the exam, now I can see that these were the mistakes, and this is how I had to do it.
So what was your area of improvement in political science? Was it enhancement of the content, or it was enhancement and improvement on your style of answer writing?
Sir, both. Because sir, I thought that I was good in GS answers. I assumed that I'll be able to write political science answers, which was not the case. So I did not write much answers in the beginning. So that was a mistake. Also, sir, the answers that I did write, especially in paper 2, IR part, though those were, sir, quite similar to those of GS answers. So I had to improve on that. So I improved my answer writing style as well as the content of the answers, and that helped me, sir. Sir, also, I'd like to make this point that a lot of coaching materials are there, and they're very good. I read them, and I've written most of my answers from coaching materials. But sir, there was this phase when I got very bad marks in political science, and then I realized that I have to read some basic books. So I went for some of the standard books, O.P. Gauba and Andrew Haywood and Bailey Smith, and that really did help me, sir. Sir, eventually when it comes to answer writing, the notes were quite sufficient. And even after reading the books, I wrote my answers from the notes. But sir, the books helped me gain a context and a perspective regarding the question. So that I feel was very important, and that really helped my preparation of political science.
Okay, okay. So the coaching notes, those are sufficient for writing, but to enhance our perspective and dimension, we should go for standard books, right?
Sir, I mean, not thoroughly, but then some selective areas wherein a person is having difficulty or is unable to gain that perspective. I did that, sir, and it helped me. So I feel.
For example, if someone picks any kind of book, say O.P. Gauba or Rajiv Bhargava and all, then he should go for only those areas in which he feels that he has to improve, right?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay.
The questions of which area, if someone is unable to write answers on justice, it's good to read that topic from O.P. Gauba and all.
Okay, okay. And Krishna, do you believe that the style of writing or the approach of answer writing differs from GS and political science, means as an optional?
Absolutely, sir. It differs a lot. In fact, in GS, I would write point-wise answers, and in optional, I never wrote any point-wise answer. Initially, I used to write, but then eventually, when I improved, I started writing answers in paragraphs. Also, sir, in GS, I feel that facts, figures, data is more important. But in political science, the language, using the keywords, quoting the thinkers, it is all this that matters. So there's a sea change when it comes to this answer writing style in GS and in political science.
Okay, okay. Krishna, suppose a question is there that critically analyze India's neighborhood policy. And if this question is in GS and if the same question is in political science, so what's the difference in writing?
Sir, in GS, say I'd start with some historical one or two statements introduction, and then the successes and the important positives of our neighborhood policy. Then I'll come to the negatives and the issues that are there presently, and how to, in conclusion, how to go about it. Like we have to earn bipartisan support in most of our neighboring countries. So that would be a simple approach for GS IR section. But sir, when it comes to optional, sir, I would try and link it with some theory part. I would write about national interests. I may write about Kautilya's theory on neighborhood and how. And so to link these thinkers and static part, I would try my best to link it. Sir, सबसे अच्छा होगा अगर मैं static या जो ancient thinkers हैं उनसे link कर सकूं. And then writing the answer and then quoting contemporary thinkers. So wherever I have a point, it's better if I can quote someone and then write that point rather than just simply writing it down. So it is all this, sir, always wrapping that answer, wrapping that data inside a political science perspective. That helps, sir. I feel that this made a lot of difference to both these answers.
So you need to be a little deeper into the optional and little light in this GS paper, right?
Yes, sir. By deeper, if you mean that, the theories had to be connected with the answer everywhere, and the thinkers, the contemporary thinkers and the past thinkers, and especially the theory. But in GS, it was all about facts and data and analysis of that part. So yes.
Okay. कृष्णा, एक हमारे और स्टूडेंट है, उन्होंने भी 6th अटेम्प्ट में क्वालिफाई किया है, राहुल रेड्डी नाम है उनका, आंध्र प्रदेश से. फाइन. तो उनसे बात करते वक्त लगा कि ये सच है कि कई बार ऐसा लगता है कि ये दुनिया, ये महफिल मेरे काम की नहीं, और फिर एकदम काफी फ्रस्ट्रेशन आता है, लगता है कि अब छोड़ दिया जाए, मुझसे नहीं होना. और खास करके जब किसी फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट वाले का इंटरव्यू देखते, किसी ने 21 साल में क्वालिफाई कर लिया यूपी, तो और लगता है कि यार इसने 21 साल में क्वालिफाई कर लिया, या किसी IITian का देख लेते हैं. तो ऐसा आपके साथ भी जरूर हुआ होगा कि आपको ऐसा लगा होगा कि अरे अब तो एकदम बिल्कुल गड़बड़ हो. तो क्या किया आपने उस समय, क्या करते थे आप, कैसे अपने आप को समझाते थे?
सर, there's this quote जो मेरे रूम में लगा रहता है. It says that it's not what you get by achieving your goal, but it's what you become by achieving your goal. So there were people who used to often tell me that IAS is not the end of the world, and I know that. But sir, it was basically, sir, जो जिद होती है कि it's about myself. It's not about clearing this exam. It's about one task that I gave to myself, and I had to make sure that I clear that. I am able to fulfill it. It was as simple as just giving yourself a task to wake up on time. So it was this, I wanted to somehow feel that, I took up a task and I finished it. So it was a constant motivator, sir. And also that, sir, for the most part, sir, in 2015, I missed by 1 mark. In 2016, I missed by 3 marks. So I had this confidence that I'm very close. Instead of looking at the glass half empty, I always used to see that I'm very close and there is so much scope. Like when I used to see my mark sheets, I used to think there's so much scope if I work here and if I work there. So all these things, sir, they helped me a lot, and I'm just overall, I just try to be positive about things. So that's it, sir.
The thing is that we should run our own race and we should compare with ourselves only, our achievement, not with the others, right?
Yes, sir, absolutely. I had this task cut out for me and I always wanted to do it. That is all.
Okay, Krishna, I would like you to have your last words to the aspirants, the people, your last message. कुछ तो ऐसा होगा जो आप चाहते होंगे, ये मैंने पाया है और मैं चाहता हूँ कि दुनिया को इसके बारे में मालूम चले, वो ऐसा कुछ बताइए. The last words from you.
Sir, perseverance. I used to feel कि luck नहीं साथ दे रहा है and this and that, but then I never gave up. So perseverance, sir, लगे रहना, and always making sure कि मैं पिछले attempt में जो था, I'm better than that. So it has been a very gradual progress, sir, but it has been a progress. So I made sure कि नीचे नहीं जाना है, and I keep on working and I keep on improving here and there. So perseverance and making sure that you're better today than what you were yesterday. I think that's the summary, sir. That's the thing.
Okay, Krishna, thank you very much for joining us, and from the entire team of GS Score, we wish you all the best, and we wish that very soon you become IRS and you bring some big reforms for our country, which and we really need it. So thank you very much, Krishna.
Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure.